Hey, welcome in and welcome back to the Down South Philly show, brought to you by Sports Lounge Media. I am your co-host DP. Dom will join us a little later. Ah man, we gotta take our lumps on this one. Eagles, Cowboys. Let's talk about it. So, of course, we fall to the Dallas Cowboys. Um, Dallas goes to 5-5-1. Eagles, we dropped to what is it, 8-3. We're 8-3 now. Um, Game started off promising. We came out 21 points on their head. Uh. Got the stops we needed. Made them look flustered. It was really one of those games where it was all coming together. It seemed like things were moving the way we needed them to move. Defense came out early and suffocated them like we knew that we could. And then came the second half. I think one of the turning points in that game was penalties. We committed a lot of penalties that allowed their first touchdown drive before the half happened. Um, and that was a sign of things to come. Because honestly, if it wasn't us committing a bonehead penalty, it was a self-inflicting fumble or some sort. Happy Tuesday, Dangleberry. I wish it was a happier Tuesday, but whenever you lose to the Cowboys, it's a rough one indeed. We already knew what was at stake. Did it really hurt us in the grand scheme of things? No, we still have everything in front of us, but at the same time, when it's a divisional foe like that, it just hit different when you lose to a Dallas. It hit different when you lose to a Giants team. It hit different when you lose to a Commanders team. These are division games, and when you lose them, you got to hear from the fan base just a little bit more. It's just a little bit more of a jab. We've been talking spicy all week. They've been talking spicy all week. And you got to give it up to the Dallas Cowboys. They came out in that second half and they did the things to win the game that we did not. Um, Sad that it had to happen that way, but like I said, the Eagles still have everything in front of us. We just gonna have to take this one on the chin, just like we had to take the Giants loss, just like we had to take the Broncos loss. So we got to get to these numbers real quick. So we had Jalen Hurts. He went 27 to 39, 289 yards, one touchdown, no picks, with a 99.2 passer rating. Added another 7 carries on the ground, 33 yards, and 2 touchdowns, one of which was, of course, a tush push. Um, another pedestrian night for Saquon Barkley. 10 rushes, 22 yards, no tubs. Tank Bisbee had 1 rush for 8 yards. Passing game, AJ actually had a pretty good game. 8 catches, 110 yards. Came out in that game. Started off beautifully for us. 1 touchdown on the night. Smitty had 6 catches for 89 yards. Saquon had 7 catches for 52 yards. Goddard had 2 for 20. Calcaterra got 1. We kind of spread the ball around pretty evenly in the first half when we still was able to move the ball. Yeah, Bagel. We talking about the lumps, man. We talking about the lumps. Um, when it comes to the Cowboys, you can't believe I can't say that I can't believe what happened. After seeing what we look like all year long, when we lose or when we have the ability to lose, it's because of shit like that. What's good?
You,
Hey, gotta take our
hey,
lumps on this one.
I briefly seen the message. Did that joint just say I can't believe what happened? I know he ain't talking about the Eagles game.
Yeah.
Man, in this football, you done seen people come back 21 zip before. Man, this ain't nothing new, bro. Nah, I ain't crying at no loss.
Nah, what
Never.
what this one was, I mean, honestly, all losses suck. I don't care what it is. Um, I think the part that really is a kicker is just the fact that one, it was Dallas, and two, we had started off so good. But if you've been paying attention to our games, we've been kind of hot and cold like that all season long. Like we get off to this great start offensively, and then for whatever reason we go now. Not only do we go cold, we go froze on them. Yeah, but it's the Cowboys. Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, it always sucked to lose to the Cowboys.
Oh, he talking to
I
me.
don't care. I don't care what the record is. We lost to the Cowboys, and that's you never want to give them even a week of happiness, and that's what they got right now. They got a week of happiness. They got hope that carried over from the Raiders game. Um, it, it just sucks in the moment. I feel better today than I did on Sunday. Of course, having some more time to think about it. One being because we ain't really got a whole lot of time to think about it with the Bears coming to town on Friday. But two, really, I mean, holistically, when we look at it, when before the season even started, before we even seen the Eagles play, we thought it was more than likely that we would split with the Cowboys. Now things shake out differently. We start winning some games. We start the hype train, and you start to convince yourself of some things that may not have ever really had a realistic chance of happening. Whenever the Cowboys aren't hurt and they're a competent team, we split with them, and it really comes down to the home teams. The home team normally hold serve on their home court, and we end up doing our damage with the rest of the league and in the playoffs. We obviously secured our win early, first game of the season, so it really was the more desperate team. Um, in the Cowboys, they pretty much got to win out in order to even have a chance in the dance. Not to use that as an excuse because they came out and beat us. So I mean, it kind of just is what it is from that regard. But give me your thoughts on the game and how things turned out.
Excuse me, y'all. I'm tired as a mug. Hey, but man, yeah, Eagles came out there early, jumped on them boys. I'm talking about wow, jumped on them. Yeah, like a cougar on a doggone little
YN.
yeah, yeah, that too. But nah. So we jumped on them early, it's looking like the Eagles could get the victory. But when we got the 21-0 lead, I'm happy. In my mind, still a whole lot of game left, so I'm definitely not even thinking like we're gonna win the game, especially when they score 7 right before the half. So I I I said when we come back out, the Eagles got to continue to score because they not gonna win this game 21-7. If we at the end of this game, if we got 21 points, we ain't gonna win this game. So I was like, we got to keep scoring, even if it's just like kicking field goals, we'll be straight. We didn't. We didn't even kick no field goals. So that's why we ended up
Well,
losing.
we
But
missed
that,
the only one we got.
yeah, and that pretty much was the ball game. They came back out, pretty much did what we did in the first half, plus a field goal. So it was the first half Eagles, second half all Dallas, and the defense did their thing to really hold them to what they had them to for so long. So it just was up to the offense to kind of get the ball rolling, and they didn't. Now when you want to start getting into that, man, it was so many so many penalties, man. And I don't blame it on the refs because they was just caught. We was actually just out there messing up. Like this ain't on the ref. This on the players actually committing the penalties. Like it'd be different if I just felt like, man, they calling stuff for no reason. Nah, we was out there doing dumb stuff. Not only
Jumping
was
off
we out there,
side.
not only was we out there just committing penalties, we out there turning the ball over. Now you doing two dumb things. Now you got two things going against you. So when you doing stuff to hurt yourself, and you doing stuff in different areas of we messing up on offense, we messing up on special teams, and then you start making mistakes on defense. People start getting hurt. To me, that was the only thing that, like I said, going into the game, I even said in the analysis, I was like, we could lose this game. Dallas got a better defense, whatever, whatever. Um, and we usually split with Dallas. Now, hopefully, we come out and win. Was my mindset, but I knew we could end up losing that game. They at home, you know what I'm saying? But um, we really kind of beat ourselves. Like it'll be a different story if we went making all the penalties. Now turnovers is a part of the game, so I ain't really like tripping on that necessarily as far as beating ourselves. Like yeah, you can control that, but at the same time, that's part of the game. But penalties, now you can absolutely control that. And I feel like the penalties like really hurt us. Like every time we got the ball moving, which has been our MO all season. Every time we get the ball moving, we get a penalty or whatever. Like this is the most undisciplined I ever seen the Eagles look like as far as like committing penalties, especially on the offensive line. The offensive line just been, I don't know what they've been on this season. And then as you know in the NFL is like the line of scrimmage goes is the way the whole team goes. So if your offensive line, your defensive line messing up, then that's what you gonna get. So but yeah, we kind of shot ourselves in the foot with that, man. To me, it really just I wasn't really tripping on the L. To me, it just sucked that our two safeties got hurt because I'm thinking I ain't worried. We only lost 2 games this season. That was the third, so I ain't tripping on the loss. I'm tripping on damn, like this really could affect something because Makuba and Blankenship hold it down in that back end. Makuba's growing nicely. He stopped doing like little giving up big plays and doing these little mistakes. And Blankenship always solid. He hold it down in the pass and the run game, and he communicate. He between him and the Kobe Dean, they kind of like the voices of the defense as far as like getting everybody lined up, making sure everybody's straight. Um, so it's going hopefully Blankenship can make it back. It's a short week, so he probably won't be able to go. Makuba, he got a fractured foot, so he definitely ain't gonna be able to go.
Yeah, he
So to
done for
me,
the year.
yeah, so to me, the only thing that sucked about it really was the injuries. Um, especially when it coming at the end of the game. Game pretty much was over when Dean got not Dean, but
Makuba.
Makuba got hurt. Um, so that's what I was kind of like mad about. Damn, game over. I think we probably already had hit the 2 minute warning. And I was like, damn. So if we had a handle business like we were supposed to, probably wouldn't even have been on the field in that situation. But that's football though. Stuff happen. We just gotta next man up and move on to next week. We got to figure some stuff out on offense. Of course, we've been needing to figure some stuff out on offense. Now we came out firing. Oh, Hurts looking good. Wide receivers looking good. Everybody looking good.
AJ happy.
And we just came to a standstill, which I personally don't think it was nothing Dallas was doing. No, shout out to Dallas for doing what they were supposed to do, but we wasn't the I was about to call him Kellen Moore, but KP,
Patino.
like, when it comes to like the routes he be having these wide receivers run, I'm like, what, bro, come on. Like, I know what they running. I don't even study film. I ain't even the
Right.
defense and study them all they last 4 games and all week and I know what they running. And all I do is watch the games on Sunday. So I know the defense know what's going on. I know they coordinators know what's going on. So um we it's hard for me not to say that we won't figure it out because we usually always do. So I mean, until they prove to me that they ain't, to me we still straight. We just got to beat Chicago. We don't need to get 2 L's in a row now. We done did 2 L's in a row this season, so that ain't the
But
end all.
they wasn't 2 NFC losses in a row though.
Yeah, I'm not saying as far as
Yeah.
like as I just mean as far as like just losing 2 games.
Yeah.
Uh, so I ain't really tripping on that. And if we was to lose to Chicago now, the only thing I don't like that is now you put yourself in a position where you feeling like, because I feel like anytime you lose 2 games in a row, you start getting antsy because you don't want it to be 3 games in a row. You know what I'm saying? 2 games, I bet, but on the cusp of it being three, so now you really trying to win this third game. So we gotta go out here and beat Chicago, regardless of if there was an NFC or AFC team. You just gotta get that. You gotta get back in the win column, and not stack L's. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's pretty much how I felt about the game, man. We kind of just I blame that one on I mean really the whole team. Everybody was messing up. The coaches was messing up. Hurts, the wide receivers, the O line, the even though the defense was like messing up there at the end, hell, they had did their job for so long. It's hard to even really damn blame them. I mean, they did, man. They did, do some crazy stuff at the end, but damn, how long can damn they hold up before the offense started to figure something out? And then now we got a bunch of 3-and-outs on offense, so they going right back on the field. Hell, they tired. So I mean, it's hard to even really blame them dudes like that on defense.
That was a tough matchup for us. Dallas always play us hard anyway, but when you think about ways that we can be attacked and ways that we can be beat, they kind of built for that. They got two number one wide receivers. They got a decent tight end. They got a decent run game to kind of take some of the pressure off that, and they got a quarterback that's hard to sack. Whether that be some of the things that they were doing, getting the ball out of his hands early, or even when he was taking deep shots, making sure that his drops was out of the line of our D, out of our sight line as far as the D line to be able to bat anything down. So, like I said, this loss really for me, it really came down to I can't even really blame Patullo a whole lot for this one, for the simple fact that when we weren't shooting ourselves in the foot with penalties, we were moving the ball. Like every drive that didn't have a penalty involved, we was putting ourselves in position to score. So, the one turnover with Saquon getting the ball punched out, like you said, that's football. I mean, even the one where Gibson fumbles deep in our own territory, that's football, but he shouldn't have even fielded that punt.
Right.
Um, but I mean, with that being said, I think it's not it's not like, to your point, the Dallas did anything that we hadn't seen before or couldn't handle. It really was just us not being able to get out our own way. Even though you got to give it up to Dallas for making the plays. If we play a clean game, they don't win that game. Period. They don't win it if we put up anything other than what we put up. Um, we win that game. So um when I take a step back and look at it holistically, like from a full season lens, like I said in the beginning when we was doing our predictions, I predicted us to lose this game. The only reason why I felt like any different was just because of how things started going. But you know, we weren't gonna go undefeated, so this is just one of them losses that we pretty much predicted. Did it look a little different than we expected it to look? Yeah. What's good, Sarai? It did look a little different than what we expected, but at the same time, even though the even though the Cowboys were playing bad football, they never play bad football against us, for one, and two, that's a better team when it comes to the additions that they got from injury, the additions that they got from the trade deadline, and just playing better football down the stretch. We seen what the Cowboys can do when they got a healthy Dak Prescott and a healthy offense. They look like they look Sunday. But the thing with the Cowboys is they'll mess around, they'll beat us and then go lay an egg in a week or two. So I mean, they got a short week too. They got a game against the Chiefs on Thursday that they could lose. They could not lose. It really 50-50. Both teams are desperate. Um, but looking back at our game, like I said, from an offensive standpoint, we shot ourselves in the foot too many times to win this game, from penalties, and then the two giveaways was kind of like the nail in the coffin. Once we fumbled that last one, like inside our own territory, you kind of see the writing on the wall. Defense played about as well as they could. Can't really blame them, because I mean, at the end of the day, they only gave up 24 points, and three of those was on the final drive. So even though I'm not happy about a loss, obviously, but I'm also not discouraged. I don't think the only thing that obviously you can't come back from is injury. The Makuba injury gonna hurt. Hopefully we can figure something out. I know Eagles fans wanna throw out Justin Simmons' name every time anytime anything go wrong
That's what they've been
with our
saying.
safety, every time they
I
wanna
forgot
throw
about
that
it.
out. So yeah, 'cause I mean, it wasn't no need to talk about him. But this is just one of the ones we got to take on the chin, flush, and turn the page. I really don't have too much more to say about it. You got to tip your hat off to the Cowboys, but it's a loss at the end of the day. We fall to 8-3. And we got to talk about what's next on the docket, and that's the Bears. But before we turn the page, is it any other like final words or anything that kind of popped up in your head last minute that you wanted to talk about?
Not really. I'm sure I forgot some stuff that I probably wanted to point out, but um, nah, nothing really. Nah.
It's time. It's time to flush this one, and thankfully for us, uh, we got to get over it pretty quick because we got another game, an NFC showdown coming up against the Chicago Bears. But before we preview that game, we have a word from our sponsor. Introducing Black Diamond Concentrate from Diamond Collection, a premium mineral supplement crafted to elevate your hydration experience. Formulated with no dyes, sweeteners, or artificial flavors, Black Diamond Concentrate is 100% natural. Just 2 dropfuls added to a 16.9 ounce bottle of water can transform the way you hydrate. Order today at poweredbytmb.com and use code DSP at checkout to receive a 20% discount. That's code DSP. All right, let's get back to the show. To the Down South Philly show, brought to you by Sports Lounge Media. Hey man, we got the Chicago Bears coming to town on Black Friday. They coming to Philly. We're gonna be wearing all black on Black Friday. We got some get back. Now, I wouldn't even say no get back. We just need to get back in the win column. And that's really what it is by any means. Ben Ben I don't even know his last name right now. The head coach of the Bears. Uh, you got second year quarterback and Caleb Williams coming to town. Their defense is always pretty decent. So I mean, this is one of them games that it's starting to feel like a must win, especially if we still got one seed aspirations, which we do. We want that one seed if at all possible, which is still in our grasp. We still pretty much control our own destiny, even with this last loss. But give me your thoughts on this upcoming matchup Friday against the Bears.
Man, we gonna put them boys head between the washer and dry. Nah, we gotta go out here. The only reason I probably would be saying that the only reason that kind of give me any kind of hesitation about that game now is our safeties being down. And just like I said the week prior when we beat the Detroit game, one thing I noticed about really any team, but I'm gonna just stick to the Eagles because I know us better than I know any other team. It's crazy how like a difference one player can make and with a whole defense. Cause you gotta understand for our defense to be as sound as our defense, all 11 people got to be doing their job. It take one person to make a mistake or not be playing up to a certain level, and that's the difference between somebody catching the ball and not catching the ball or whatever. So, or getting a certain amount of yards or whatever. But with Makuba being out, I don't know about Blankenship, but with the possibility of both our safeties being out, hell, I don't even know who we gonna put back there. I think old boy on what you call it? What's the little 4 week thing? The injured.
IR.
What's his name? The safety we brought back that we won the Super Bowl with. I mean, that we went to the Super Bowl with. We didn't win, but
McCullough.
they went to the Raiders and
Oh,
came
F.
back. Yeah, I think he
Marcus
on
F.
IR. Um, so that's basically 3 safeties down if they can't go. So I mean, Sidney Brown to be out there, I don't know what the hell Sidney be doing. I don't know what the hell. Every time Sidney get in, now he'll come downhill and crack some. He might crack you. He might miss a tackle. So that's hit or miss on that. And then on top of that, when it comes to the pass game, man, every time they throw a deep ball, here comes Sidney running in the screen late. They didn't call it now, bro. They didn't call it now. So damn. That's how Kansas City scored on us in the damn Super Bowl
Mm-hmm.
at the end. He go Sidney Brown running in the screen late. Bro, get the hell out of it. They hit that
Go
dog
ahead.
game. As
Injury.
soon as you
Play
get
that.
in, damn, they throwing bombs. Your
Mm-hmm.
ass. But so that's the only thing, and I can see Chicago doing that. They ain't done.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, then they got CJG over there. He telling them everything. Oh yeah, Sidney Brown ain't a goddamn thing. Yeah, let me tell you what Fangio be saying about him. But so that's the only thing that kind of even give me hesitation about this game now. Like, cause other than that, man, Caleb Williams coming to the link for the first time against this defense. I really feel like they didn't have a chance. But I mean, to me, more than anything, I feel like not our only hope, but one of our biggest factors now gotta be the defensive line. Gotta be the defensive line, cause I ain't trusting Sydney and damn the water boy on the back end. Whoever else we stick back there. Now,
Now, it is some reports that possibly Blankenship could play, but I mean it's a hammy. So even if he do play,
oh, that's
it,
what they said. It was a ham.
he
They
can
came out
go.
and said it was a hamstring.
I can't tell you what it is, but I just
Oh,
know that it's a possibility that he could play.
oh, I didn't know. I didn't never look at the reports and see what the injury actually was. I mean, it could have been nothing. I'm just going off of me seeing him get hurt. I don't know if it was a
Right.
hamstring or what it was. So I ain't gonna put that on him. But what I will say, I guess something they could try. I don't know. Especially if we down a bunch of safeties, because I don't even know who the safety depth is behind them two, especially with Marcus Epps being on R. Do we still even got McCullum? I don't
I
even
don't
know if
know.
McCullum's still on the
I don't
roster.
know if he. I don't know if he is. He on the practice squad.
Yeah, I don't even know if he's still on the roster. I feel like he might not be on the roster no more. But like you said, if he is, he on the practice squad. But for some reason, I want to say he ain't on the roster no more. Maybe we just cut him and re-sign him, and I'm forgetting the re-sign part. But I definitely remember us like cutting him. But anyway, um, now there's a few options we could do there. We can always put I'm drawing a blank. Oh, we can always put Coop at safety. Let Sidney Brown play the other safety, which would probably be a better role for him. Actually,
Mm-hmm.
that's probably what I would do. Especially if somebody else can play that Makuba spot, I would definitely put somebody over there and then have Sidney Brown playing and Reed Blankenship spot.
Now,
Um,
technically, Michael Carter Jr. Michael Carter II is listed as a free safety on the depth chart. don't mean much, but he is technically listed as a free safety.
Yeah, he been playing in the slot every time he came in. I don't know if I don't know the ins and outs of Fangio defense enough to know if he can go straight from probably still trying to learn the defense and probably being handed the playbook from a slot standpoint and now having to go. So I don't know if there'd be a situation where it's like, bro, I'm already still just learning this. Like, boom, we gonna keep him right there, let him play in that position, put Coop. And hell, I don't even know if I forgot Dory Jackson damn out there. Oh my god. Then we had to put hell no. Then the Dory might be out because damn, not that he was worth the damn anyways, but Dory might be out. Man, I swear he looked like he was fake. Let me stop. But I'm
Hey, it
like, bro,
looked
he
like
gonna
he
walk
had.
on the
It
field.
didn't
I
even
ain't
look
never
like he
seen.
was hurt.
Yeah, I mean, maybe
Not
he
the way he
was,
walked
but
off.
bro just got up, boom, threw his helmet off. Like, I'm done with this.
Yeah,
Like, he seen
I'm
the
gonna holler
comeback
at
coming.
y'all.
I told you what I thought it was. He seen them damn getting ready to drive down the field, and he didn't want to be a part of it. I am not getting roasted for this, because whenever they score, it's gonna be on me. So let me damn go ahead and get out the field. Now why I got a chance. He was waiting to damn, and he had hit his head on the ground. I think what happened is when he went to tackle Buddy, he was already falling back, and he snapped his own head back. Shit, let me go ahead and hit my head on the turn. Perfect opportunity. Opportunity. Boom.
Blue tent me.
Yeah. He got up like he wanted to make it a point. He got up, flipped his helmet off.
Flipped his helmet
Damn,
off and started walking
damn
to the Dallas
do
side.
egg and shit flew off in the damn cartwheel. But
Like a
damn,
link.
but but yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, shit, we might be down the corner and two safeties. God. Because I was getting ready to say, hey, if Adore playing, then you put Michael Carter in there and Coop spot, move Coop to safety, move Sidney Brown to Blankenship spot, and then we good. But I don't know. Fangio figured something out. The only thing about it is this is a situation where now you putting a lot of people in. It's not just one person down. It could be so now usually I got my faith in Fangio, but even he don't know like how it's going. He got an idea if I could put these people, he don't know exactly how they gonna play versus the guys he been seeing play consistently. So that's the only thing that kind of give me pause about this game. Like I don't know what that secondary about to be looking like. Um, but other guys got to step up. The guys that do come in, they got to step up. And I feel like even though Caleb Williams has been playing a little bit better this year, he still got some of the same tendencies. Like I said, I think it's a big deal for him to come in to the link for the first time and play in Philadelphia. I think it's just different playing in Philadelphia, especially if you're a rookie. You come in. That ain't to say he can't come in there and win, but I just think it's different. Um, Especially against a good defense. We gotta come. We definitely got to do our thing on offense. Chicago got a good defense. They're gonna be looking to get some turnovers. CJ GJ gonna be looking to damn sack Hurts and probably get an interception. We can't let him go out there and have a game of his life, especially not playing in Philly. Um, so we definitely got to be on the lookout for him because he been all over the field for Chicago since then. That's their guy right now. They love doggone CJ GJ. He been balling out ever since he got over there. So um, offense just we gotta find something on offense. We gotta score early and put Caleb Williams in a position where he gotta feel like we can't allow them to just let their run game go the whole game. No, they need to be in a position where they gotta throw their way back into the game or at least keep up or something. Especially like I said, with me feeling like the defense is gonna be down some people, whatever. They might not be able to hold up like they've been holding up the past few weeks. But I think we'll be straight though. We still, with all that being said, somehow, some way, the Eagles figure it out and we get a dub because it's just what we do.
Yeah, man. I think like this is gonna have to be one of those offensive games for us. Offense gonna have to carry us. At least until we get into a spot where we make them kind of one dimensional. We do know that firsthand that Swift is a very capable back. You can't let him get in space because he can get freaky with you. Um, Defense, although they have been known for defense, this isn't an unbeatable defense. The only problem with that is it ain't like our offense is a world beater either. Now we give you in spurts we can be dangerous, but when we not looking like a competent offense, we looking like one of the worst offenses in the league. So we are very streaky, very hot and cold. But when we own, we own. So what are your keys to victory for this one? What does it look like if for the Eagles to turn this one into a dub? What you see happening?
Man, you know what's crazy? The way we've been playing lately, it's like I don't even really know what to expect. And honestly, like I feel like we could come out here and win in any kind of way. Like we could come out
Mhm.
here and offense could go crazy. Defense still could end up coming out, balling out, doing what they supposed to do. Even though I feel like it's a question mark, but just because I feel like it's a question mark, don't mean they ain't gonna come out there and show up. Especially coming off a loss. I know they dialed in right now, especially if you coming in as a backup. They probably extra studying, but if I had to just say something, like I said, I feel like my go to is game gonna be one in the trenches. Gonna be one in the trenches. We need our defensive line and that's something I think that the Cowboys O line did great down the stretch. They kept that clean. They kept that clean down the stretch and allow him to, come back and we helped him out by doing, stupid stuff, but still, we had our opportunity to still make stops on defense, and I feel like their offensive line did a great job of keeping that clean. Now, if Chicago O line gonna be able to do that, I guess we're gonna find out. But I feel like this game will be won in the trenches, man. So I feel like we if we get pressure on Caleb, make him either take sacks or because I feel like you can make Caleb get out of his. I just start doing stupid stuff. Like even though, like I said, even though he been playing well this season, he still been having his same moments. I mean, he still it's only his second year, so he still has some of his lot of same tendencies, a lot of the same moments. Um, you need Saquon. I don't know. Oh, okay, 400 points in fantasy. I was about to say, hey, that don't sound too good, Bagel. Nah, let me stop. But nah, but yeah. So Um, I feel like if we can get to Caleb and make him just throw passes he don't want to throw, or either hold on to the ball too long, or take sacks, or I just feel like we can make Caleb make some kind of mistake and consistently, not consistently, but I just feel like we can force him into some bad mistakes. Um, and offensively, like I said, I think they got a pretty good defense. Our only thing is I don't know what they really expect out of the offense because, like I said, it seemed like just like I was saying on defense, like it take all 11 players, it take the same thing on offense plus the coach. So like if everything going right on offense, but the coach calling dumb plays, then it ain't going right. So what? Or if everybody else he calling good plays, but the offensive line ain't holding up, or all that's going right, but then Hurts get the ball to the receiver, they drop it, or you know what I'm saying, or Hurts overthrow somebody. It's just like it seems like it's always one thing off. It's like it seems like it's always one thing off. Now, I personally feel like when we really need it, we gonna get it, especially like when it comes to the playoffs. We probably we mess around and play like this all season. Probably win, might lose one more game or something like that. Mess around, get the 1 or the 2 seed, and then we'll be in the playoffs looking like a whole nother team. What was this offense the whole regular season? Like we do stuff like that. So I don't know. We come out of here with a W, man. But I think the key to victory is getting to Caleb Williams, man, and make some of them retard mistakes.
Yeah, this is an important one. So the battle of two 8-3 teams. The winner of this game will be and temporarily the 2 seed. So obviously, the Rams took care of business against the Bucks to advance to 9-2. Um, I think it's only 3 teams in the NFC that are 8-3. It's the Eagles, it's the Bears, and it's Seattle. We
Rams got
already
a
know.
game.
Yeah, yeah. I think they bye already happened. So they are playing. Let me see. Week 13. Damn, we already in week 13.
Yeah, so we about to get the
They
one
playing the
seed back.
Panthers.
The Rams about to lose to Carolina. You heard it here first. Eagles will be in first place. Everybody ain't gonna forget all about we lost to Dallas when we beat Chicago. Call in or not.
We uh we win this game Friday. We'll be right back. We'll be at 9-3. Got a number 2 seed, at least temporarily speaking, but it puts us in a good place to at least secure one of them 2 seeds. Obviously, the 1 seed is the most important because that's the only one that come with a bye. But with that being said, give me your give me your impact player who you think needs to have a solid to great game in order for us to get this dub.
Jalen Carter, we need you. We need you. If it was any time we ever needed you, we need you. We need you Friday. We need you. So I'm gonna say Jalen Carter, the defense. We need to get some pressure coming up the middle. I ain't worried about the edges. They gonna do their thing. But we need some pressure coming up the middle. Caleb gonna take off. He gonna take off. He gonna be looking to extend plays. We got to be ready for that scramble drills. I know they see it all over the film. He take off, try to throw something down the field. So we got to be ready for that. But I say the key to, like I said, I think if I had to make a say an impact play on defense, I'm gonna go with Jalen Carter. We need you wrecking. We need you wrecking the run game. We need you wrecking the pass game. Everybody else gonna feed off of that, so I ain't worried about what they gonna do. If they are Mel Chili's, Caleb is gonna ball out. And then I say on offense, I say this about offense. Regardless of KP, regardless of pretty much almost anything else outside of wide receivers dropping the ball or something. If the offensive line come out and play everything else, the play call like that is like Hurts will figure it out. Like the offense will figure it
Mhm.
out. We just need the offense. If the offensive line play great, I ain't gonna say good. If they play great, then it really ain't gonna matter what the play calling is. We'll be able to get off. And this ain't and then depending on what the defense do, we might not need the offense to come out and like necessarily carry the team. We might just need them to come out and do their part. Like so a lot gonna be riding on what we do on defense. If they come out scoring consistently, then we're gonna have to match that and keep up. But if the defense doing what they do, then we just need the offense to do enough.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's
that's
I
pretty.
would say it's hard. It's kind of hard to call it with this game, man. There's so many unknown factors. Like I don't really know what the hell going on.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, they haven't really given us a reason to be super confident in the offense. Like we still waiting. Not only are we waiting to see them be possibly a dominant offense, we waiting to see like what's their identity. Like what's gonna be the identity of the offense? Is it gonna be throw it all over the yard? Is it gonna be a offense that is carried by his defense? Is it gonna be an undisciplined turnover type of offense that only give you 14 21 points a game? Like what is it? Go ahead and reveal yourself so we know how to predict games or how to handle the rest of the season accordingly. So that's still a big question mark, like you said. Um, I actually was gonna pick the offensive line as my impact unit. I couldn't even signal out a play because I mean, from a skill standpoint, Hurts playing pretty good. He playing good enough for me. I don't really have no gripes with the wide receiver core or the tight ends. It really just when it come down to the offense, even with KP's play calls, it's the offensive line that's like the engine of it. Like you said, if they have a great game, everything else will pretty much take care of itself because we'll be moving the ball. I mean, because we keep seeing it whenever we have a great drive, we have great drives that stall out because of stuff like holding or jumping off sides or anything that's kind of like self-inflicting that we was doing good until this happened. And most of that is generally because the offensive line did something that they usually didn't do leading up to this year. So hopefully they can clean that up, and we not talking about it again next week because we in that part of the season where it's time to say it is what it is. Like whatever is gonna be is gonna be. I think this probably like the game. So I mean, even though it's a short week, maybe we can give it another week after that. But in the next week or two, I think whatever our offense shows us, good or bad, is what it is. Um, but hopefully they can at least clean up the undisciplined part of it, because that seems to be something that's more controllable than not. But maybe not. We see. We see every year it's a team that just for whatever reason can't get out of their own way. So hopefully our offense ain't shaping up to be that. But like you said, we could play one way all year long and turn it on in the playoffs. Hopefully they don't give us that kind of heart attack. But yeah, I was gonna pick the offensive line to be the unit that needs to step up in order for us to win this game. Outside of whatever injuries we got going on the defensive side of the ball, um, if we can get a solid performance from our old line, we'll be just fine each and every week we trot out there. So um we went impact players. We kind of talked about a little bit of our keys to victory. Um Obviously I got us winning this game. Mm, we really don't do score predictions, but I got us winning this game. I see this being one of those games where we keep their offense in check. We tend to not really let teams go crazy on us. Let's not. We got to give Dallas offense credit in the fact that that was a high power unit, um, and they was able to put 24 on our dome. Um, all in the second half, really, for the most part. They had that one touchdown that was aided by a bunch of penalties in the first half, but for the most part, our defense is pretty sound. Don't really give up a whole lot of plays. I love the fact that we fixed our defensive run game. We've been able to stop the run, especially since N'Kobe Dean has been back. So I think each and every week we got a chance to win. This is no different. This is one of them games where it's at home. It's a short week, yes, but it's also a short week for the Bears. So they got to come to Philly. Caleb never played in this kind of environment. So I'm looking forward to getting this dub, man. That's all I really had for this game. Unless you had anything else for the Bears.
That's about it. We gotta go in there and make Caleb see ghosts.
Yep, yep. So we
Like I
take
said,
care
I
of
don't know how it's
business.
gonna look, but we gonna come out of here with a W.
We take care of business. We'll be 9-3 and in a good spot to fight for that one seed. That's all we can hope for. We still control our own destiny. Um, Obviously, the critics and the haters get louder with every loss. So let's just quiet them up. And the good thing about playing games like this is we get a mini bye on the back end. Don't obviously we won't have to play Sunday. But we'll hopefully get a chance to obviously Makuba gone, but we'll have a better idea of what we're gonna do at that other safety position. Hopefully that's more time for Ed Reed Blankenship to heal up and be a factor in the defense. But that's all we got for you on this one. Obviously, we'll be here for. We haven't really decided which one of the Thanksgiving
Game.
games we're gonna do. We definitely, for sure we're doing the Black Friday game, so you can go ahead and pencil that one in. That's at 3 o'clock on Friday. But outside of that, we haven't decided which one of the games. It will not be all three of the games, because we do want to enjoy our own families. We put a lot into this thing, and this is really a time for us to kind of enjoy the fruits of our labor a little bit. So we're coming to you one game on Thursday. We'll let y'all know which one that actually is. As a matter of fact, we might put it to a vote. We haven't decided that yet either, but just know you'll have one game from us on Thursday and then the Friday game. But that's all we got for y'all tonight. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure that you keep commenting. If it's a replay, drop replay. And as always, don't forget to subscribe. Uh, but go Birds.
Go
We'll
Birds, baby.
we'll see y'all
W on the way.
Thursday. We'll see y'all Thursday.
Hello. Yeah. Nah, I'll just get something in the morning. You out the car right now? But you had to walk to it. Exactly. But you ain't gonna walk in the rain for my bread. Nah, I was playing.